Alright, have another curse seed here. Where is it? Oh yeah, right here. It says Ekka start with drags. And losing 90% HP first ring. That does sound very Ekka-like. Okay, ooh, Life Mother's Pyre for extra bonus points. Looks like Illustrious has beaten it here. So we'll see if we can tackle it. And then on top of that, such a non-beefy hero. All that being said, we do have Phase Blessing, which is a very, very powerful card that can mitigate a lot of the downside of Ekka. I would definitely be open to Incant Conduit or the Phase Conduit path. Dominion, definitely glad to have Phase Blessing into that. Yeah. Phase Blessing also very good under the pushback. Talos. We also have the Acolyte, which has Mage Blade, so we definitely don't want to... Yeah, I would prefer Incant just because it's easier to use here, but this should be fine as well. We'll build into this. So we got to set up mid-floor. We have no Moon Phase manipulation. Did learn recently from, I think Eable had done a deep dive on the code, and actually Capricious, Reflection, and Malaka's behave differently. Capricious, you can find it on the full breakdown on the wiki, but Capricious notably has a higher chance of finding holdover on cards than Malaka's does. And I think that's normally kind of a downside because, like, as good as holdover can be, it's like you just don't want to see it all the time. That being said, though, I would say Luna cards may want to see it a decent amount of the time, and Attune Whetstone is not guaranteed to really play. Granted, there is one of the strong suits of Luna is equipment, so I could see that being a thing. It's opposite of Magic, though, and that kind of sucks because we definitely want to see a Magic. I think we actually take Capricious here, which is like, I don't know. We need early power since we have Life Mothers, and it does technically do that, even if it's super frustrating. I have gone against my swearing off of Capricious, but in that situation, I just don't see how I wouldn't take it, even though I know it's going to tilt me. Alright, we got to go mid-floor if we want to have Conduit for the boss. What do we do here? Probably this, just in case I bottom deck the healing cards. Now, there is also the downside of, like, I may just never get the healing cards on the turn that I have them, but I can get around that largely using Ekka's ability. It's the only time this Titan Skin trial is annoying, by the way, is when you have Witch Weave. Is pretty much the case there. We could put one there, I guess. Yeah, so we just want to play this, and what do I save more here? 3, 3, 3. So this saves 5 damage, whereas this saves 6 damage. So we'll do that. The annoying thing here is, like, I could Lunar Echo here to get the money. It's really unfortunate, like, the draws here. Not a single Witch Weave here. And then also the heal card, so it's like, if I play this, then, you know, next turn I'm guaranteed to get Phase Blessing. We really want that money, though. I could play it now and get the money. The chances are that we find a phase blessing next turn anyway. And if not, cooldown is 2 on this, so I can still just, like, I guess only play the phase blessing if it comes up. Or sorry, if it comes up the other turn. I think we want the money here. It's a greedy play, but I'm pretty sure it makes sense. And I don't know if I guess I do this. There's no point in not doing it, I suppose. Alright, we do have our conduit this turn, which is really nice. Probably still just eat up the 3 there. Could have saved myself 4 damage, though, had I, you know, not done that. So we don't need to worry about this, so let's do this, I guess. We're just going to take that hit, I guess. In hindsight, I don't know. Maybe I should have put that up there, but whatever. Probably wasn't worth the 4 pyre health to put extra armor when I'm probably killing this boss, I'm thinking, with the amount of armor that we have. Okay. We could heal you. Is that relevant at all? We want this next turn. So wait, it's 6, it's 20. I guess we just heal here then. There's really nothing else to do. Wow, that is such an incredibly bad draw. That is some bullshit. Well, that should have, I guess we're also going to take, you know, shitloads of damage here, but what are you going to do? I mean, if that's what it's going to draw you, I can't do anything about that. You know. But we at least won't take 90% damage. We did what we could there. Most of the time that shouldn't happen. I mean, we still took a ton of damage. God, Ekka sucks. Okay. We would like to have Conduit on turns where it's not giving me any Moon Phase cards, so I suppose I don't mind an Endless Moon Pixie. The Celestial Storm spell chain's pretty bad here. And as expected, we get some holdover card. Don't really want that one. Yeah, we'll just take that. Dripfall here, for sure. Dripfall is just massively more beneficial than those cards. Now, given our situation, as much as I want to go left, I think we gotta go right here. We have the other magic that we can hit. Okay, we got Large and Smidge Stone. That's really good, actually. Ooh. Well, that's a Bounty Stalker with no Reform in hand. No Endless in shot. Really unlucky with the unit upgrades so far, because actually with Capricious, Multi-Strike is supposed to be pretty high chance. If you look at the wiki, I mean, all of the, most of the big upgrades are. Ironically, Titanite is not a possible upgrade, which is kind of weird to me. For either Malikas or Life Mothers. Something I never noticed until seeing the wiki. I don't know. I don't know if I take these. I really like just putting the Large and Smidgestone on the Acolyte. And at that point, you know, I can always overstack if I need to with the intrinsic Dripfall, but the overstack would most likely go with the Pixies. Like, I don't know that I need anything other than Ekka, Moon Pixie, and, like, two Moon Pixies, by the way. So these other units are just kind of fluff, but, like, maybe just to save my health a little bit, I could take the 24 damage Lady the Reformed here. I think that's okay. And we'll do this. I really wish we had health here. Because even though there is endless on that one unit, like, it would be really nice to just put some health on it. It would do wonders into Dominion and just being able to, you know, do stuff with it. I guess this steel we could hit. This is overall probably a better node, but I don't know. This steel I guess we can hit as well. This is definitely a better node than this, but it's like maybe at that point, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just sussing out if I need to take the conduit 5 or not, and I don't think I do. I think we can save our money at this point. Man, even... Yeah, and we can eventually start duping cards, I think, after we hit this magic, hopefully. Mark of Invasion should be fine. Man, Quicksilver Cherubs with me having to go middle really sucks, but I don't know. I get 9 conduit to the floor. I could just go top and say fuck it. Like, I really don't necessarily need my 15 conduit. I don't know, though. If I go top, that means there's more. It's like the worst of everything here. It's the worst group I could find. It's like the worst trial, and it's the worst boss. It definitely kind of sucks. Like, if I go mid, we're leaking so much. I got 19 pyre health. Like, that doesn't seem very good. Granted, I can usually snipe them with Witch Weave, but I don't know. I think we need this money. This is risky, but I think it'll be fine. We start with sweep. I'm gonna go up here and hopefully get drags. One drag. We can bring one of them down. I should do that. I can just take this as a hit, or I could go here. Or I could just do that. I like that more. And then we can do that. Just get the burnout started there, I guess. You know, this sucks because again we draw a phase blessing without the conduit and without the unit, so it's just a double whammy. But like I can save 6 pyre health by playing both of these. I think we, man, this is just so brutal, and we don't even get any drags. It's just like, dude, like the fuck. I think either way, I'm taking a bunch of I'm gonna take a bunch of damage. So like, I think it's actually this I need to do. If I do this, I can at least get myself a 50-50 to get the phase blessing back next turn. Because playing this doesn't really do much. I think we do that because I'll be on full moon next turn. Therefore, I sweep. Therefore, I kill them, and I save more pyre health in the long run. It's like I could just die if those end up getting through, which they very likely could. Alright, the bullshit RNG just continues, I guess. think we do that. Heal you. What do you know? Well, it's like we bottom deck this. Like we can never draw this on the other turns. It's just like, it's so ridiculous. It just fucking is. But at least I can guarantee the this card back this turn. But it might not be enough. It might not be enough at this point. I think I need to keep maybe you alive here. I can block that hit. Put you up there. Alright, looks like that's enough, thankfully, but Jesus, what a bullshit sequence of events. Alright. Hopefully the bleeding stops. I really want to take that Phase Blessing. I really don't have much removal at the moment, though. I mean, Selene Acolyte is pretty giant removal, but I don't know. Now that it looks like we definitely aren't having any moon phase manipulation, like it's kind of rough. You know, I can't sweep on command. I can't gain my 15 conduit on command. That's already a pretty big downside. There is a Luna Coven with the Merchant of Magic, which I do have a chance at getting the Moon Ritual unit, which could give me control over phase. But it's like, I'm kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't here, because it's like, yes, these are removal, but they're kind of only good in full moon. And they're just not as good a cards as Phase Blessing. Having some days would be nice, but it's not like we don't have days already with Dripfall. So I'm like, do I really need that? Probably not. It's just worse than Dripfall. And Silver Strike, I don't know. I'm not really sold on this card. I know some people like it, but I'm just like, it specifically needs like to find the attuned card to really be relevant in the late game, in my opinion. Even with like a full conduit. You know, if we were to get like a full conduit Ekka, I don't even like it that much. Whereas Phase Blessing, I don't know. I get 1 health back every time I play it, and it's just good. I'm taking that. Alright, this Dripfall got boned. But it's probably not getting taken. I mean, also as a Calcified Ember, Molded is, I guess, takeable. I just don't know what it really does for me. Right now it's just bringing back Stewards and Dregs. That's pretty bad. If I had already a Mold Encasement, it'd be better. If I take this, it's just a one-time thing, because our access to, you know, Molded becomes a lot worse at that point. Plus, it's defensively focused, which I think I have enough of at this point. So it's either Molded or skip, I think. Granted, I can get Dripfall to be played if I want with the, you know, with this. I think I just skip. I mean, I just want to see Phase Blessing more often. I even probably want to see Witchweave more than these cards. And I want to get to my Fae unit faster. So we're going to go here. We're looking for like Spell Chain on Phase Blessing, Holdover on Phase Blessing, Intrinsic on Phase Blessing, Permafrost on maybe Dripfall, or Double Stack on Dripfall. These are all of them are good. Plus we're Life Mother's Pyre, and we want the Moon Phase unit. Even if we don't get that, there are other units that could be good. Yeah, we're trying for it. Right, Holy Stone and Freestone, not particularly what I'm interested in. There we go, though. And it has an okay upgrade. It has some health. Definitely we're taking that. And Astrologer's useless to us. I said permafrost is like maybe doable here, but considering I could re-roll, if I take that, I can't really re-roll and afford something. And if I re-roll, I think the only time I would take permafrost here is if we didn't have Holy Stone here. If I had literally any other upgrade, I would take that other upgrade and then buy the permafrost. But in this case, I think we re-roll for a chance at spell chain, holdover, double stack, and even intrinsic. All of these are better. If it's a ×5 event, I'm just going to hit that Phase Blessing. I think I should hit the cavern first here. Wrath could be really good on my already upgraded Selene Acolyte. Courage is very good too. But I already have these healing cards, so I'm pretty sure it's Wrath. And hopefully I can remember to use it. Been a long time since I've seen that event. Alright, definitely taking Spell Chain, and we'll just make it cheap. That way I'm ready to dupe it. I could just dupe it as is right now, but I'd rather do this. And I don't know, I could do this. I think it's actually worth it. I think we're in a desperate enough spot that I need it to happen. 9 Pyre Health is pretty rough. So for this fight, do I set up mid? Because I don't think it really particularly matters when I face Arkion, because I'll have all my stuff, all my ducks in a row at that point. But maybe it still makes sense to go middle. I don't know. Probably makes sense to go middle still. Now, no matter which formation I do here, it's kind of weird, but I think this makes sense. Might as well do this. Blast him here. I'm going to do this, actually. I think that makes more sense at the moment. Now, I could hit him for a 55 here, but with our lack of removal, I'm thinking I save Wrath for, like, the actual waves. Yeah, we only got 2 Witch Weaves in there. Granted, I'll probably use Lunar Echo next turn. Yeah, fuck it. I'm also, you know, worried about whatchamacallit. Should put the conduit there. Alright. Put you in the very back. Put these here, give you some burnout. Alright, that's fine. We don't need to sap them or anything. I think Arkion should go up to the top here. So maybe we want this here. We played... just a moon ritual last turn, so I still want to do this turn. I can save myself 8 health by doing this, but I'm pretty sure I want to do it next turn. Can't really play much. Could also just save it for the boss. Actually, no. Let's just bring him down now. That makes sense. Alright, so you're definitely in front. We technically have a spikes, dude, so I'll put that there. Let's get rid of that. Let's give you this. Oh, I was supposed to use my Lunar Echo that turn. Oh well. Let's see. Doesn't really matter what I do here, because I'll be guaranteed to have the whatchamacallit. Actually, I should have put these down here. Alright, easy peasy. Alright, we got through it. I think we're over the worst part of the run, hopefully. Ooh, Cycle Staff. Remnant Pack is also just generally pretty useful, but I don't think we want it here. It's just mainly a defensive card, which I have that in spades. This also is, like, arguably not worth it, to be honest. Like, it's not going to be that much damage, but it should be okay to slap it on what's-her-name. So we have 1 pip to spare. Baron is a good unit. Thug is a good unit if you get it early, and maybe if it had a smidge stone here, I'd care to take it, but I don't think we need a Thug at this point. I do wonder which upgrade I'm taking, though. This might be one of those situations, honestly, where I take a draw upgrade. Kind of seems like that would be what I would want to do. We want to find Moon Pixie earlier. We want to find Phase Blessings as much as possible, Drip Falls as much as possible on the recycle. We have a lot of zero-cost cards. It's probably draw upgrade, so like adding these units, when you add an Ember upgrade, adding a unit like the Thug is not so bad, but here it's kind of bad because I'm not going to have that extra deployment phase. I think we just skip here. I think we already have knowledge of where this deck is going. This is definitely a single floor setup type deck, especially if we can get Incant. We would love to get Incant. So this is tough because I obviously do want the Pyre Health, and like the trinkets aren't that good in these combos, and I don't have that much money, so actually yeah, just to the right here. We want to get some upgrades for the Fae. And probably just the health is fine. That's all we were looking for anyway. There's some really good upgrades here, but there's, I don't know, just nobody that it makes sense on taking here. Because yeah, let's see. Inferno Room is not untakeable, you know. I wish I would have checked the champ path first here, because if I'm stuck in Lunar Echo, we might like it more, but I don't know. This seems fine. I'm just gonna... You know, with Dominion, we probably still want it. I don't really want to set up bottom there, and this does a lot of work. I think we take it. So I'm going to dupe some cards at this point, and then I'll only put Titanite on the Lunar Priestess if it makes sense with the money that I have. So I always want 2 of them. And I obviously want 2 of these. Now at this point I could do another dupe, but I don't really need to. Like the third Pixie does not fit on the floor other than drip falling it down, and it's just kind of overkill. We're only taking that to find it faster, but we have a draw upgrade. At this point, I just want this unit to survive better. This can be my actual tank. You know. So we'll do that. See, now, even though that is, you know, obviously not thought of as a tank, the fact that it has Titanite means every phase blessing is double as effective on it, so we'll do that. We unfortunately do not get the incant. I would still hold out for it, I think. We really don't care about Moon Cycle here, so we'll just do this. I can pretty much, honestly, stay in Full Moon the entire fight, so with the, because I have Lunar Priestess. We may not even care about incant at some point then. -1 Ember's pretty brutal here. I'm probably going to have to set up bottom here, which isn't the end of the world, but it does mean I'm going to have to purposely not play one of my moon phase things, I guess. I don't know, do I need to take this trial? What does it even matter that much? I think we don't take the trial, but I still gotta like go bottom and stuff. My 28 pyre health has me a bit worried here. And I don't know if I can frontline the priestess here yet, but I'm gonna try it. Wondering if I should save the Wrath for a harder wave. We have this, which is really nice. I can also guarantee that I get it back if I don't care to play like Drip Fall and stuff. Am I going to be able to do enough damage to this? I got 24, 12, and 12. That's 48. Which is almost enough to kill this, and then just a steward at the top kills it. Yeah, I think that's fine. Actually, it kills it already. I had my math wrong. Alright, I am fine sapping this. I suppose. I'll do this up here, though. I don't know. This dies anyway. Do I really need a sap here? I think so. I'll save the Lunar Echo, I think. I'd rather get on the Spell Chain variant of that card. Alright, those die. We need to get back to Full Moon. I think I could Lunar Echo that. I think we have a sap guy to do here. We should just do this. That way I can play those out later. And if for some reason something leaks, I can kill it. That's fine. I'm not going to Lunar Echo here. Just throw these out. Why did I think I had one extra pip here? I just noticed that now. Well, I still like the Hellvent, I guess, since it made it easier for me to find the card, but yeah, that makes it a little bit worse, I suppose. The problem with the Lunar Echo is, like, because I'm playing this every turn, it is always, like, potentially bad. We'll just play this so we get the extra thing there. I guess I could try to get it again. I don't need to be sweeping. Yeah, let's do that. That's fine. We're killing him. Spikes killed the backline. I think a lot of these fights I'm not going to be setting up bottom. Especially, is there any arms I can actually hit where I can... Like, this steel doesn't look as good anymore since I really don't have any steel upgrades to make. The Merchant Arms doesn't look great though either. It's like Remnant Banner almost certainly not being taken. The Armory is not typically going to be good. I guess it could. I mean, there are, you know, Moonblade and stuff like that that could be good. There are... Yeah, Planetarium, maybe. I guess we're hitting this. Because I do want to get that Inferno Room, like, deployable. At that point, like, Hexalation, I can set up top. I think a deployable Inferno Room helps a lot with everything coming up. If I don't take the Hexalation, though... It is Intrinsic, too, which is really nice. I am wondering if I should take the Moonbeam instead, though. I don't... Like, I probably will take an Ember upgrade last if I'm going to deploy the Inferno Room, so it becomes a little bit better. Spellchain obviously is pretty useless. I could put -1 Ember on it, and then at least it's, like, okay. Lunacy I don't think is really all that good for us. We're getting our conduit through other means, and it just is kind of weird, and we don't want it on holdover. It is kind of weird at the moment that I really don't have any removal, but... You know, I have a Selene Acolyte with Wrath, so I got big damage when I need it. It's not going to be big enough to kill the Gladiators, though, so, like, I do eventually need an answer for that. I almost don't even like this being intrinsic, to be honest, because we already have the Dripfall intrinsic, and, like, the Hexalation being intrinsic doesn't really do anything to me, because it's not banner units that I'm trying to overstack here, but I suppose I could. Like, I could technically dupe my Selene Acolyte, and then, I don't know, if I permafrost, like, a Hexalation or something, then eventually I can get what's-a-name on. It also has a Calcified Ember attached. I can also just skip here, honestly. Like, I don't know that Moonbeam is all that much better than Witchweave in this deck. Man, it just might delay me getting to the better cards. I actually do think we just skip here. Golden Smoke with double stack is so good, but I again am left wondering, do I really need that? Because I have Phase Blessing, Spell Chained, at 0 cost, and the other ones as well. It's weird, but I don't think I'm taking these. We just, in a way, we need the money. 10 gold is more useful to us. Another Inferno Room. Eclipse Chamber, normally so good, but pretty bad here. Nope. Hollow Mirror's probably not. I know I could use it to, like, feed... You know, I could make a bunch of Moon Pixies since they're endless. Like, I could just make an endless amount of Moon Pixies, but that... Yeah, whatever. I suppose I don't mind the Bloodthirsty Blade, though. I can merge that into the Moon card. I am giving up Slays with the Inferno Room, but I don't need to use the Inferno Room unless I have a specific reason to. I am still going to deploy it, though, instead of making this deployable, I think. I mean, I suppose if I'm deploying that, do I really need the Inferno Room, actually? You know, my thought was like Inferno Room, on top of killing the, the Scourge Shufflers, it kills the corruption units before they get to me, so like there's a significantly less amount of corruption on my frontliner. But I can also like daze Seraph to stop that. And if I just have front-loaded damage with this, which right now it's not much, but I could get it there, and I have a lot of front-loaded damage with Ekka just starting on full moon every time. So, I don't know, I've got options here. Certainly am starting to think maybe we just go with the, with this. I don't have the Ember to really do any of them currently anyway. You know, I probably still want to just start with my units. I'm going to do this. Go the greed route, why not? I also could buy a meat shield, but again, that's just not really that much help. Alright, this should be a pretty easy trial. Just give the boss extra stuff. I think this is a fight we can start on top, actually. And if I am starting on top, maybe I can justify starting with that. I mean, I guess I'm fine to actually play everything here. Oh no, because Selene costs 2. For some reason I was thinking Selene cost 1. In the name of greed do I do this? Because there's certainly some situations where this really sucks for me. If I don't have the Lunar Priestess. If I bottom deck it. You know, I draw 6 a turn. It could take me 4 turns to find it. That's not that bad. I think we start with this. I'll actually put these here in case there's a collector. No real reason to play anything else, I suppose. Alright, we're 50-50 so far, losing the battle on that other front, but whatever. Just take the hit here. I'm trying to, I guess I didn't really need to take that hit, but... Okay, full moon, I could do Wrath here. We're definitely doing that, but I could also just hit that. I could just save my Wrath for that. Because if I do it now, I don't have it for this. So, I think that's probably the story there. So we'll just do that. Still don't know if playing this makes sense. I could do this next turn, I suppose. Yeah, we literally bottom decked that, but whatever. What are you going to do? Can put it here. Should have given me more damage there. Why did it not give me more damage? Let's try for this. Well, I could Wrath now. I have Sweep next turn, and I'll be doing way more damage. Let's just do it now, then. It didn't really save anything. 1 damage short. That's some bullshit. That's definitely some bullshit. We obviously just don't play the Moon Ritual here. I don't even want to play the Inferno Room because it costs me damage. Alright, we hit that. I could keep it for the Lunar Echo. I guess one downside of playing top is there's no chance I ever get the Moon Pixie off, but... Okay, 1 second, my stupid mouse. Piece of shit. Alright, there we go. This is endless too, which makes it hard to just sort of play. Next turn I'll be in full moon forever now, so I think this is fine. I'm still needing that damage. That's fucking wild. Luckily we have these 3 spikes. If for some reason I get 2 sapped, you know, we got that option. Don't think I will get 2 sapped though at the amount of damage I have. Oh wait, this Sega doesn't sap. What am I even talking about? And we got the Wrath here if I need it. Doesn't look like I do. We can just do this so that I have something for next turn. Although I guess Moon Ritual, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Looks like we didn't need it. Just curious what we would have got back. Looks like it would have been pretty good. Alright, whatever. Sucks that we took damage there. Had to be a combination of like the most abysmal draw possible on top of them being literally 1 damage short. But whatever, we're getting through it. Holdover Isolation I don't like. Planetarium I might like. Tidal Turning we probably don't care about. It's just not better than the Phase Blessing. Yeah, I'll take a Planetarium. Planetarium. These suck. Alright, definitely left. We need some Pyre Health. I wouldn't mind maybe getting some more upgrades here. This is a pretty expensive thing here. Let's take... Oh, that's not a cavern, right? I mean, for that amount of gold, it's still probably worth it for me to zero cost like this. It's the only one to really do it on. I think it's okay. I don't mind a holdover on the Dripfall, honestly, specifically to allow me to stall units to pretty much counter Seraph entirely and to overstack my own stuff. And I don't have to play it at the start if I want to draw to find the Fey units. And to be honest, out of everything here, maybe just another Fey unit. Since now I got a pretty easy way to overstack them. And I got a way to just deal with everything. It's looking good to me. Probably don't need to do it with money or anything, though. 10. I don't mind doing another 10 here. Being able to play them off floor sometimes is right, pretty good. Alright, we'll go bottom here. $40, $80. As much as I want to do this, I feel like I should start with this. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Alright, we got that. I don't mind Wrath here, but maybe saving it for next turn makes more sense. Alright, you'll get those kills. That's pretty good. Although, didn't have the equipment. Duh. Give you some of that. Might as well just keep that going. Don't need to play that. Although, might as well. Alright, let's get you onto the floor. Oops, I fucked that turn up. Oh well. Need to get rid of some stewards. Probably should have put like the Spear Steward in front or something. We bottom decked that. So far, whatever card we don't play, we just bottom deck. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. What can you do? Look at that. We do so much damage with that. Oops. Oh, I guess there was nothing to do there. There's one way to get him out. I don't really need to do anything else, right? Do I gain less scaling by doing this? I think so, because now I'm sweeping and getting 3 kills. So I think we just leave it at that. Oh, and I should play this, though. Get my health. Stardust's Invocation, I hate that it phases. That's like the main thing that's making me hesitate on it, and it's too late for another Cycle Staff, and Wax and Spike obviously is not happening. So this is most likely a skip. I think the Stardust Invocation is win more, and maybe even lose more, because it gives me a lot of opportunity to misplay. I mean, it is one of the most misplay prone units because of that phase. Very often you can throw a run. Skip it. And yeah, we'll take the Ember. Now I won't have to worry about making that decision and getting bottom decked. As far as this goes, it's crazy. Like, you know, we took the damage in the first 2 rings. Like, we're still, like, recovering from that. We only really took, like, what, 3 damage due to a real bullcrap thing beyond that. And I'm still, like, half pyre health. And I've had a Holy Stone. Granted, it's a weak one, but it's wild just how much that sets you back. But yeah, maybe some pyre health would be good, especially just looking at how bad this Merchant of Magic node is. It's like, I think we go here, even though the steel's obviously useless to us. Like, I do want this Vortex. And the magic isn't that good for us now anyway, and Alcove is hit or miss. Let's just take the guaranteed health while we can. Now I'm feeling a lot better. Get rid of the shit stewards here. Dualism, that would have been really nice on the Moon Pixies, but, you know, at this point, whatever. Yeah, I don't know if Incant is better for us. I just get a straight up 30 conduit here. I'd have to Incant 30 times to match that. And I don't know, I probably only play an average of 3 spells a turn, especially if I'm trying to be smart about things. So they would take 10 turns for me to even match this, so we'll just go the full Silver Empress. We can make some removals. We still don't want these. They're like pretty annoying. I can remove one of them. The Witch Weaves, I don't know, I feel like I keep the Witch Weaves. Like, they would be the next ones out, but they're my only actual removal at this point, so I don't know. I think I could just save my gold for now. I'm not in like a big hurry to do anything with that. We can set up top Ethane and, you know, whatever. We do have these guys too, which are annoying, and like they're especially annoying with everything I have going on. I would be open to hopefully just, you know, I can give up some slays. I am a-okay just Inferno rimming that shit. I'll get extra slays with the Mark of Invasion anyway, so that's fine. There is some risk in playing Priestess front here, but also if I go top, technically speaking, I can't get the extra phase onto the floor, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I only really need the one for this fight. I think I am going to risk putting the Priestess in front here. I know I'm giving up a thing here, but I want to give myself some leeway here. Okay, we top deck enough stuff that we're pretty fine here. Do that. I don't think there's really any sweepers or spikes here, so we'll just do that and that. We're looking good. And I'll do that. Definitely fine doing that. Since we're killing all these, there's no real reason to do anything else here. I don't even think I want the drip fall. Oh no. I just realized that would happen. Son of a bitch. Well, I do have a way around this. Because it would be nice to get these slays. It's like, so what I'm thinking is like I could do this. I still lose 2 slays, but I think the name agreed this is fine. Yeah, I can do this. I probably should do this. Yeah, we'll just get... Oh, the spell chained version came out? That's some bogus shit. Well, whatever. I am kind of debating not doing the Infernarium because I do actually just want these slays, and I have so much defense that, like, it shouldn't matter too much. I think I'll just do that. I for sure want these slays. I'm drawing Witchweave on good terms. Yeah, we can give them a little bit of this, it's fine. We're wanting to do that anyway. I need to get rid of the... You know what I do need to get rid of is the Purifying Cleanses. Those are unplayable cards. That's actually... I didn't even think of those. Okay. Looks like we are probably going to need to do Wrath here. I did play a Witch Weave last turn. Let's see if we can get that. Alright, we didn't get it. That's fine, I guess. We'll just stack you up. I'll make sure to get some on these units too, since there will be some spikes, but not enough that I need more than 100. But yeah, at this point, just whatever. It doesn't even kill him, so I guess we just don't play it. Ah, I should have hit that on that one. Fuck. Now I could get the Drip Fall into play. I won't have Wrath for next turn. Probably a better call is just to play all of these Witch Weaves. I'll save the other one, so I want the Slays, but that way I have a good chance to get Witch Weave back this turn, if I need it. Yeah, looks like we will need it. Still doesn't kill him, but man, that's annoying. Technically, if I do the Inferno Room, it does kill him. So, I guess we're doing Inferno Room. What? How does that not kill? I'm a little confused there, to be honest, but, okay. 24. What am I doing? Whatever. I don't know. Someone can figure out the math there. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I don't know why adding... like, he was within range, so I don't know why that happened, but it did. That fight went so much worse than I thought it would. Like, we lost fucking like a fourth of our health. That's some real bullshit. Whatever, though. And we gave up a bunch of scaling by playing that stupid Inferno Room. Whatever. We'll still get through it. That'll be the hardest fight in the game, hands down. This is a huge power spike. It's kind of funny. For the Conduit clan, you'll notice, like, my only actual damage spell is Witch Weave because, I'll be honest, there's really only a few Luna damage spells that are all that good. You know? Like, they're not that good. We didn't see the good ones, so I didn't take them. I guess Celestial Storm would have been the good one, but it was Spell Chain, and it just didn't make sense to take at the time. Yeah, we're not taking this trash. So I think in this fight, we probably just set up bottom unless I want to do the... I could still deploy the Inferno Room if I want to. Shadow Seath is a no-go. Jack Strips is a no-go. This is fine. This is fine. The rest are useless. Oh, well, this is just better. Granted, I don't have the Ember to play it, so deploying it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But it's better than the Planetarium, at least for the upcoming fight, for sure. So we'll take it, and we just need to purge. Let's see. Everything else just goes into purges, I think. We can thin this deck out quite a lot. I don't think we want this Inferno Room. It's just shitty. So we have the Zone of Silence. We really don't need Planetarium anymore, but I might still just keep it. Don't need that. Don't need this. That's not what I clicked, but I mean I clicked it, but I thought it was purge. Alright, well I guess we're not purging that last card. Another Moonlit Glaive could be good. Honestly, this 90 attack thing could be good. Honestly, just another Selene Acolyte works too. Just draw back to the other one. Then the Moonlit Glaive is for that. I have... Man, it sucks because like I could have done another dupe, right? Because I fucked that up. Well, whatever. Just go into this. I'm pissed. Why do they... is it just me or just like... I don't know. It seems like that location of the reroll is like in the Purge location. It's like right next to Purge. I don't know. I don't like the location of it. We're still going to start with the Lunar Priestess. I guess I could have kept one Sphere Steward. Alright, for this we'll go... Since we didn't start with the Fae or anything like that, we'll go here. Definitely do that. Definitely do that. Let's get one on you before I forget. One on you before I forget. I'll put this on you, I guess. It would have been ideal to put on the other unit, but I'm not going to try to redraw the entire deck to it. So we'll do that as a finisher. Okay, we have Versatile Ember Staff. I need to remember that. I don't need to play these Witch Waves, so I won't, because I can just get back the heal next turn. And honestly, I think I'm going to Wrath this just so I don't get the Corruption on me. And I get extra Slays. Alright, we'll get you in, maybe at the very back. I do want to put the... I need to keep that going. I think since I set this up, I should do it while I can. Yeah, let's do this. Might as well play it, I guess. And we'll just hit you, I guess. I am losing Slays, but whatever. I forgot about that again. I could have put that in front, but at this point I think we've already got enough front-loaded damage on that thing that we don't care too much about it. No sense drip falling that, so we'll drip fall this. Alright, there's this. That's definitely ideal. Do that. We technically are needing some damage there. I will get that through these drags. And I got armor to everybody now, just in case I forget to play Dripfall or something. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Oh my god, are you serious? That was such a fucking fail, dude. What am I doing? And it's too late to get this guy onto the floor. Alright, they're all dying. Let's just bring you back down. Play this while I can. Make sure we don't forget about that. Or that. Witch in the Weave. You know, since this fight is definitely already won, why don't we try for a 50-50 next turn at getting our 1 pyre health back? Probably makes sense. If we don't get the pyre health, we at least get, like... Yeah. I was gonna say we at least get a whatchamacallit, but whatever. It's fine. Do that for good measure. Alright. What do y'all think about the Titan fight? Do you think it's too easy? Because I can tell you right now, it used to be very hard. And it was miserable, but in kind of a good way. It was like this thing where it was like, you know, a lot of us testers were like, you know, multiple thousands of hours into Monster Train 1, so it was like, there was always this dance of like, well, there's what we want as hardcore fans, right? But that obviously is not gonna fully align with what most people want. So it was like, it always was tough to make suggestions sometimes, because I'm like, I know what I want. It's probably not for the good of the game. It's probably something better just put into a mod, but like I will say there was a point where the Titan fight was such an incredible challenge, and it was pretty fun, honestly, but it still was, you know, had its potential problems. Of scaring players off of it, you know. I look to games like Wild Frost, where it was like, it really wasn't, in my opinion, that hard when it came out. But because it was too hard, you know, according to the general public, got really bad Steam reviews, and it's just, it really hurts to have bad Steam reviews when a game comes out, so... Alright, we got this. Let's put you... I mean, I could frontline that, but we really don't care about that scaling at this point, so let's do this. Zone of Silence, because there is all that corruption. Not that we care that much. Like, maybe actually in this fight the Planetarium's better. I think it is. We could put the Zone of Silence here, that's fine. So we played that, and that. I think we don't need to play these here. Alright, we can draw here. Get you on. Oops. Gave up some stuff there. And again, I just don't think we want to redraw that, so we'll do that. At the Wrath, I'm going to save Wrath, I think. I don't know that I'll ever need Wrath in this fight for the waves, though, to be honest. Okay, we got another one of these guys. I think I can get the Acolyte eventually onto this. Oh, actually, Wrath here we'll need. I mean, I could just do that as well, but this is probably as good a time as ever to do that. That was pointless. They're just dead anyway. Yeah, let's get you onto the floor, even though... I think... future drip falls just move this guy back down, I think. I did not play that Curse of Entropy in a super great ordering there, but whatever. Wait on that. I wonder if Wrath works when I'm dazed. I've never actually tried that. Let's see. Oops, should have done it with the guy that had the... well, whatever. That turn was not played out very well, but whatever. We're at this point, we're just waiting for the minion to die, so... whatever. He'll just naturally die, so we'll do... I guess we just start maybe doing this. I don't know. I doubt that's going to matter. I can't really do much damage with Witch Weaves up there, but at the same time, I don't really gain much by doing it here either. You know what I could do? I don't really need to play this turn. Yeah. Might as well just keep doing this though. I was gonna say I could actually get an extra ephemeral card there. I don't know if that actually works though. Looks like he's dying. Might as well do that then. Alright. Pretty good run. Pretty good run. Thought that was definitely a fun one. Tough in the beginning for sure. That was definitely one of those crappy Ekka starts, but it was made a lot better by Phase Blessing. And we see here that I think this is the best situation for Lunar Priestess as a unit. It's like, you know, it gave us the capability to just keep... We had a floor that was very aligned on wanting to be in full moon, and it just allowed us to always be in full moon, which is obviously very good. It's the premier way to guarantee that you're in full moon. So... And then, yeah, kind of funny that we stack all this conduit, but the conduit is really not used for offense spells, right? It's used for our mage blade and defensive armor, and that's basically it. Every now and then we, fired off a Witch Weave, but the Witch Weave was relevant here and there, of course, but not a big part of the game plan. The main thing was, like, just sweep them and hit them. So we'll see what everyone else did. Let's see. Illustrious did flex in the incant. And like I said, I think it only makes sense if you think you're going to get to 30 incants in a reasonable amount of time. Double that. Oh, wow. That's okay. This is definitely already looking like a much different run. Maybe not, though. So there is, maybe the incant here makes sense because this run does not actually have the Luna, whatever you call it, Lunar Priestess, which I think would make the run a bit harder. You know, you're not able to have sweep. Okay, the Holdover Lunacy works for that though. So with the Holdover Lunacy, they don't run into the issue of that. You just have to make sure you're hitting it at the right ember each turn, and then you're good. Though I guess with it not being intrinsic, there's still the capability, there's still the possibility to bottom deck it, but it looks like the deck is pretty thinned out, so that's working for them pretty good too. That is a crazy drip fall. We definitely went some different routes on this run. It looks like the... yeah, it looks like they... I don't know where that would have been found. Maybe Ring 4 is my guess. So that's definitely pretty powerful to have that drip fall. And then, yeah, no Capricious. That's fine, I guess. I still think the Capricious with the start that we had makes sense. Wow, how did you get through this with no damage taken? And you went top floor. I guess just the... Yeah, how does that... I am surprised that that doesn't take damage. One turn... Maybe it didn't die... Maybe the stewards finished it off on the top floor? This one still took a big damage, though. Yeah, I wonder how... What went so different in their fight that that they were able to get through that first fight without taking any damage. I guess there was no trial, but is that really the difference maker? I couldn't imagine that it is, but maybe it is. That is a lot of 3 damage hits that aren't getting taken. Who knows? And then this was the... That's my run. And this dies first. Ring. I mean, it was just a navigation thing because there's nothing different with our decks at this point. My only thought is maybe you did not play into the ability as much, maybe, to try to get, you know, Phase Blessing on the right turn, or maybe you didn't set up in the middle so that you could have the Mage Blade stuff going on. That's all I can think of there, though. Thank you for that submission, though. That was a fun run, tough one. But, you know, it got pretty good at the end. Selene Acolyte continues to perform. Definitely a pretty good unit. Not great to start with, but, you know, it is what it is. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.